I vibe all the time. And I'm starting to think differently about everything around me. And it's all thanks to AI. Yeah, I'm not just saying that to be hyperbolic. Like, just a few minutes before going live here tonight, one, I started a new print, made a Palpatine's lightsaber there. I'm doing another one because I wasn't happy with some of the colors, and I hate wasting things. But speaking of 3D printing, this is what I just vibed. This video is like algorithm spam. So it came into my algorithm, right? Or it popped in. I'm like, oh, dude, that's cool. Like it's like a bookshelf extender, right? Because I have all these shelves, and I can't really take advantage of the space on those shelves for a variety of reasons, right? Because I want to stack things, especially like when it comes to prints and makes and stuff. So I was like, dude, I wonder if that's available. So I start scrolling down. I'm like, is this available? Can you get it anywhere? And then I stopped and I thought, I'm like, you know what? If I go back to the start of this video and just get a screen cap of it, I could pass it along to, oh, sorry, wrong one. I could pass it along to a Nano Banana here and basically ask it to give me that model, like clear the background, just give me that model.
Sure, yeah.
And then I passed it on, and I think this counts as vibing. It's a different kind of vibing, right? So it's like vibe designing. Like I'm not really designing anything. I'm just taking all these disparate pieces and putting them together to like create something new. So Nano Banana, this is the Nano Banana Pro, just released, made the image, and then I brought it into Maker World's image to 3D model. And if you've never used this before, it's really, really easy. You just give it an image, and you can see I've made other ones. Like I did a Star Wars Little People a while ago, which were kind of fun. There's the mesh. I did the logo to 3D print, and so if people came to the first in-person ctrl+alt+create event, they got this, which was rather cool. And then I just generated this. So I'm now going to slice. I'm going to try this. I'm going to see how well it works. And I feel like for taller models in the front, and then smaller models up top, I feel I can maximize space potentially.
Yeah.
Especially on some shelves. So I'm gonna print it. I'm gonna try it in a couple spots. I wouldn't say that I was like thrilled with some of the mesh, but I'm like, you know what, this works well enough. You're not gonna see 99% of it. But yeah, it was just kind of like, well, why buy it when I could just create it? And I think that's the idea. If you really want to contextualize what vibe coding is, I mean, this is it. I'm watching this and I'm going, dude, that's really freaking cool. I wonder if I could wait a minute. I could search for it, or I could actually scan it effectively, virtually, and then turn it into a model to actually make. And vibe coding, like when it comes to like just the act of creation, works in much the same capacity. Good to see you, Matheson. Sorry about last week. I had a headache. And you too, Vince, always good to see you. If you're watching this live tomorrow night, no, sorry, you're not watching this live tomorrow night. Not that I know of. You're watching it live tonight. Tomorrow night, Tech Jeeper is going to be walking everybody through how to create your very own Linktree website for free using Google Jewels and GitHub. So I'm going to be, there for that. That's going to be in Tech Jeeper's Twitch channel. And then, of course, I want everybody to register for the December Vibe Coding Vibe-a-thon event. There, of course, will be a gift card giveaway with that. So stay tuned. The link should be in the video description if you're looking somewhere. I can share it natively, too, I think. Do I have it on my clipboard? I do not. I had it on... If you go to Discord and you look at literally the latest announcement, the link is there, but give me a second. Here's where you pre-register. I'll paste this where I can. There's where you pre-register for the vibe coding event in December. So that I had to make sure I let everybody know. RSVP for that, please. It's my hope to be able to find a sponsor for that, and so it'll be kind of critical. You think Linktree is perfect vibe coder starter project? You know what? The funny thing is, I told TechJeeper, you can see all my searches there. I did the same thing. So I was like, I had for my domain, my old blog domain was chris.perillo.com. And, you know, I had it for years and didn't really do anything with the blog. I took the blog down and I wasn't doing anything with chris.pirillo.com. And, you know, someone had mentioned on, I think it was X, just in passing, like, hey, have you thought about creating, like, you know, a link blog, you know, for your website? I'm like, you know, I'm thinking, you know what, I could. So yeah, I vibe coded this. This is a Gemini. It's got like the links to dang near everything, including the ctrl+alt+create domain, MakerDeck, you know, LockerGnome, etc. Although I'm not sure what's going to happen with LockerGnome right now. Hopefully I'll have more information about that soon, tomorrow maybe. Or I will personally have more information. But this is where you find like my Substack, X. This cord should be on here as well, right there. Should work theoretically. There you go. Yep. Blue Sky, GitHub, everything is here. But all of this, why, you know, go to a third party and host it on a third party domain when you can have your own domain and you can create exactly what you want, how you want it. For whatever it's worth, this particular, the way I did this link blog is also available on GitHub. So everything that I do is automatically uploaded to GitHub. And so I've got now 133 repositories. Here's where I started vibe coding. Like you can see, like boom, boom. And you know, I've been uploading usually. I started to batch upload, and that's why you see, like, well, in the beginning it was kind of fast and furious. Well, I was, you know, tweaking a few things, but then I'm now uploading intermittently. But yeah, you can browse all the repositories. If you look at any one of them, let's see here, what would be a good one? String theory. You can get a preview of what it looks like, as well as a link to try it now. And then, of course, the code, which is quite simply one single HTML file, the index.html. It links off to the website, so you can get the actual demo. That's on everything that I do. Everything that I vibe code is created there. So anyway, tomorrow night, you'll be able to learn how to do something like this. If you want something like that, and I recommend you do, certainly if you have a website. The big news this week, of course, if you're, you know, living under a rock, Gemini 3.0 has been released, and at first, I gotta tell you, I wasn't that impressed with it. The things that I tried, it just didn't want to really work as well as I thought it would. And I can tell you, I've also run into a few issues with Gemini 3.0. One issue is, as I was going along, it would sometimes forget everything it had done, and then it would regress. Like it would say it fixed the bug, and in fact, it would actually be a regression. Now I hit that further along, and this leads me to my second issue. I had a problem where it pushed me back from the thinking mode with, you know, Gemini 3 Pro back to fast, and so I don't know how long I was working in fast. That's a concern, because normally it would say you've run out of your quota, which is great. So then I would know, but it didn't tell me that I ran out of my quota, which is really freaking annoying. So the things that I've been working on this week in terms of the Gemini, as I close out these other pages, since we don't need to see them right now. Here's one. This is a visualizer. If you hit refresh, it's a different visual. And you can go in and you can tweak various settings in here. Like you can randomize the settings. Different. Again, it's just a visual thing. Just because I'd seen someone do something like this, I'm like, oh, you know, I wonder if I could, you know, make this, you know, different in some capacity. How could I make this fun, interactive, and, you know, tweakable? They just had one visualization, but I give the opportunity anytime I do like a shader or any kind of visualization. I always do like a menu where people can you know, use their own controls and set their own stuff. This one also has the ability to save as a wallpaper. I usually throw that in if I think, oh yeah, these visualizations might make decent wallpapers, and theoretically the wallpaper feature will work. I hadn't actually tested that. It does work. You know, sometimes you don't know. I'm testing in production. So this is one. This was Gemini 2.5. This is another Gemini 2.5. And look at this. A neomorphic solitaire clone with a 3 card as well as a draw 1. And so it works. And, you can drag and drop. You've played solitaire before, assumedly. Everything should be fine. This will be uploaded. This is one of the things I need to tweak tonight. I want to get it. I've got to do all the SEO code for it and what have you. But yes, it should work, and it should scale to your window size. That took a little bit of tweaking. But yeah, if you run into any issues with it, of course, let me know. It's very clean. It's very straightforward for a good reason. I didn't want it to be complex, just very, very simple, very clean, uncluttered, and hence the neomorphic kind of style. And this is no images. This is all, native, either, a full on HTML. I don't think there's anything here that isn't I don't think there's any graphics on this app. I think everything is just a glyph. So that's one that's coming that I just vibe coded. It'll be uploaded here soon. And then my first, I would say, successful vibe code in Gemini 3.0 is this autumn walkthrough. Someone had posted something on X. And I was like, oh, it's kind of interesting. That's kind of neat. But I'm like, you know what? I think I could do a slightly better job. And I feel I did. Because he had like leaves falling from the sky, but the problem was the leaves were falling from above the trees. I'm like, that's a little weird. So now when the leaves do fall, and they are intermittent, they will fall, and you can see, there are trees that are super, super tall, trees that are short. Just kind of a fun little thing. Nothing to configure, just a simple Minecrafty, voxel, blocky autumn walkthrough. This one, I haven't had a chance to test yet, but this is something that I tried in Pixels. I think you did something like this too. You couldn't get something to work well with Gemini 2.5
right.
Earlier versions. I could not get a Rubik's Cube solver working in Gemini 2.5, but this is one that I'm hoping will work. I got to go grab a Rubik's Cube and mix it up to see if it actually solves it. But this is one that I do have to test more extensively before I upload it. But yeah, you can go in, you can say, okay, my cube is this, and my orange, I've got orange here, I've got orange there, whatever. You can't key in more than 8 oranges. It'll say, nope, you got to get rid of an orange. So you get rid of an orange and put another orange there or whatever. And so the idea is then once you've painted every little surface, you could, press the button to solve. And then with that cube, it'll say, turn it this way. Then it'll say, turn it this way. Then it'll say, turn it this way and turn it that. So it's very visual.
Right.
And interactive in that capacity. So I'm kind of excited to get this one going. I may end up testing it tonight during the stream. So that's another one that I hope works. I could not get this far with Gemini 2.5.
Yeah, so, I was fixing to ask you, what apps do you think you've done so far that you couldn't do with 2.5?
This one. This is easily one of those that I'm like, I couldn't do it. I've got some other apps that I may try coming back to, including that ant farm.
Right. Yeah.
So I started doing this one, began life as a gingerbread house. Someone uploaded again a kind of to X. We find these inspiration points at various, areas of our life. It was like a voxel, like a spin around. So I said, create like a ginger, or create a house in a winter area with, falling. It was very basic prompt. And then it had this kind of a fly through. So I copied the prompt, very simple. And I was like, make it gingerbread. Okay, now make it so that I could walk through it. Like, yeah, it was really lame. And it was getting worse. I'm like, okay, this isn't going to work. And I said, and then I went and made a separate prompt. I'm like, do a procedural gingerbread house creator, like where the candy's always in a different spot, yada, yada, yada. And I may come back to that, but less 3D and more 2D. I may come back to that. But as I was iterating, I'm like, nah, this is just like, it looks like garbage. It's just really, the texture is not what I want it to be. It's just got this and I think this is where Gemini really falls flat, especially with the games and the visuals. It has the tendency to be very computery, very basic, very computery, very web gamey. And I don't like that. I don't want that. I even with the games that I might create, for the web, for example, like neomorphic solitaire. I mean, this looks clean. It doesn't look like, what you get like necessarily out of the box unless you give it a certain visual style. So a lot of the games that I've seen people create, I'm like, yeah, but the graphics just seem not great to me. Too webby, too basic, too flat. Even though I know Gemini 3.0 allegedly can do a better job, and I've got to test this, taking an image and turning it into an SVG natively. I've only seen that tested in a post. I haven't actually tested it myself. But as I was going through the iteration of this the gingerbread house generator, I was just like, it was really not looking good. I was ready to abandon it. And then it created a rock candy tree that was kind of transparent. I'm like, that's cool. I mean, it really looked really cool. I'm like, okay, here's what I want you to do now. I want you to do this and I want you to do that. So this is, as you can see, the light bouncing. These are semi-translucent, or they are translucent, semi-transparent. It's a rock candy forest. And these spires are different sizes, shapes, colors. There's also in here, you can go in and you can tweak a variety of features. You can, I think the jump is, you can see I can jump straight.
I also think it does a much better job on side menus.
Yeah, no, it does. I haven't had to have to rebake any of that lately. So
they look cleaner too.
This is largely what I wanted it to be. Yeah, see, there's a bug here. There's a bug. This is where it started crapping out on me. Yeah, so I don't know what the difference is. If I change jump power, no. Not see, this is the problem. I don't have the bug. And then if I run a bit and do this and change the, okay, that's fine. That's fine. The tree count, movement speed. Yeah, weird. So I don't know what that bug was, and hopefully I can replicate it. But this I feel. I think I tried to tweak a couple things last night before quitting, but I feel like this is the about as final as I want it to be. In uploading, I just want to get the code in there. But this is just wild. This is just so cool. I just love this visual, and it came because I vibed it. Like, I didn't know this is what I wanted. I'm like, yeah, let's go this direction. And then another thing that I was doing that pushed me over the limit yesterday was this one. Check it out.
Oh, snow globe, nice.
Yeah, it's a snow globe, but the snow, there's a background, and I'm pretty sure I got this to where I wanted it to be, even with fast. No, there's one thing I got to fix here because the hamburger menu is not, the icon's not good. But you should be able to see glitter. It should be glittery. It's not just random snowflakes. It's just there's a glitter to it.
Right, yeah.
And then you can go in, randomize the settings if you want. And that changes a variety of things, including gravity and whatnot. You can regenerate the forest. So you got different trees in there. It's just this is the one thing. This is the other thing I have to fix. So there's a dividing line in the background texture, as opposed to being just a singular cohesive background. Yeah, that's the snow globe. And I think there's the turbulence, max fall speed, increased gravity. So you can tweak a variety of things. So this one was a pure vibe right there. Very happy with how this turned out, minus, like I said, a couple of the things that I think would be a bit of an issue. But yeah, those are the things that I've done. These are 1, 2, 3, 4 in Gemini 3 before I ran out. And so those are the things that I'm going to be editing here tonight. Looks like you've got another Super Mario Brothers clone.
Yeah, I've been suddenly working on this. And I've actually got sound on this that sounds really good, but Obviously, you guys can't hear that because if I were to go and share the sound on there, it's going through my going through the web. So if I sent the sound through, you'd be able to hear yourself on it too.
Oh, interesting. Oh, this is, speaking of interesting, I love this question, Matheson. I've been working on a side project of small creator tools. Dude, I wanted to do that so badly. You have no idea. Genuinely, I had registered creatortech.net. I was like, pushing people to it as like an event thing. And then it didn't happen. And then that kind of evolved into my arcade. Right now I have an AI alt text generator. Was going to add a link tree tool. Even though it's easy to make yourself, I think it'd be good to add. So I have a UI for editing my links and encourage people to use their own domains. Am I wrong? I'm really just making these tools for myself, and now I'm building it like a SaaS. So ultimately, yes, that's the right way to do it. Like, build something that's useful for you, and then vicariously it could be useful for others as well. Of course, the barrier to entry may be incredibly low. So yes, they could build something for themselves. But what you could do is effectively build have some templates, or maybe even have some generative options, and then build the wizard so that they can build their own link tree, download just a single HTML file and go. So you build the generator for them to generate, as opposed to hosting. You don't want to worry about hosting. You're just making it easier. That's what I would do. I would say just generate your own. There you go. Generate your own. That's something that I feel could be useful. Generate the HTML. I'm like, I'm sure I could go in. I go to Gemini and say, Canvas thinking, okay, create a single page web app that allows people to build their own link tree clone, and they can download the HTML resulting HTML file for cells when they're done. Bake in all the things they might need to have in that resulting HTML file. I should be sorry. I'm saying it quietly, but I should say it louder. Give them a variety of options in generating their site, like colors, fonts, etc., layouts, etc. Make it simple. Give them a live preview of sorts. $1 billion startup budget for design and implementation. There we go. This is what I'm going to try, Matheson. You were going to do hosting? So you mentioned that, Matheson. I'm going to send you something. See if I can find it. PRD. No. There we go. Is that it? No, that's not it. Dang it. Where is it? PRD. There we go. This is public, Matheson. I think it's public. It's basically a PRD for what I want that to be. Take a look at that. That's what I want to build for ctrl+alt+create live. Is the host, the idea of people need a place to put those HTML files. Simple hosting, if you will. Okay, so here's what it's building. Look at that. It's building a full-fledged app with the API. Now I want this to be a single page HTML file. I don't know if it's going to let me do it, because look at that. It starts with an import React. So it's using React. But I even said, create a single page web app. Let's see what it can do here. Oh, look at that, dude. That's how easy it is. Midnight, button style, soft, hard, rounded. Serif, sans serif, content, add new, follow on Twitter, yada
Yeah,
yada.
what's
Yada.
cool is even my pipes work in this.
Your pipes, yeah, on the Super Mario.
Yeah.
I saw you were going down. Great. Now make this a single page web app itself. The app itself, a single HTML page. Because it's using React. Like the first iteration is like, I'm going to use React for layout and blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, great. But you see how easy it is? Oh, yeah. You just use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If it doesn't get what I'm trying to do now, usually I just say single page web app, and it does what I ask it to do. Rarely, if ever, does it, create a React application. It is literally that simple. So then, Matheson, you have to ask yourself, if it was that simple for me to do, how inconsequential is it going to be for anybody to do? Which should not dissuade you. It's one of the reasons why with the arcade, why the arcade is just like the smattering of stuff of like just all these random things, some fun stuff, some cool stuff. I didn't get into a lot of the functional stuff, but the idea is simple. Like, oh, I don't need to create my own Planet Forge. I could just use this one. And then the amalgamation makes it valuable. Take a look at that PRD. I'd be curious. I need to add the virtual event to the arcade website, which I will do. There we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, did it work? Look at that. And no error. It for the most part, it worked. Appearance, content, appearance. We okay, great. But the icons seem to be broken, and we need a lot more themes, styles, fonts, etc. Content. There we go. Profile.
Do you think you've been getting to your desired result faster?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little worried because the regression that I ran into has me a little gun shy. All the icons seem to be broken.
Do you think that the fast version is better than?
No, I think that's where I think that's where it was screwing up last night. I'm more than confident that's where it was screwing up.
What model do you think the fast is using?
Hang on just a second. It could be a 3.0. It could very well be the old 2.5, but like I said, I ran into, when I was doing the rock candy thing, I was like, why is it doing this? Why did you forget whatever? And then I look and I'm like, oh my God, the model switched. And I was having the exact same issue with the snow globe. I'm like, why is it doing this? And I was like, oh, the model switched. So I need Gemini to warn me better, honestly. So here we go. So Matheson, I've now generated I'm going to publish LinkForge, but you can take that and you can take the tool that you generated and make it as a part of something substantially larger. But again, you've got to think, if it's easy for you to do and it's easy for me to do, it's inconsequential. They can say, just build my own link tree or their own link tree, whatever. You just got to think, what is that thing on top of the thing that they couldn't do before? I'll probably be throwing some older ideas at it, Pixels, honestly. The ones that I gave up on because I just couldn't get there that far.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so now I've got to... let me start with Twirl. This is where I get into the SEO tags and titles and everything. I do this on every one of the apps that I create. This one's called Twirl World. It will live here. I do all the social cards and stuff. I've been saving up all my all my credits for this for the show, like, because otherwise I run out. You know, I run out on my pro. Okay, this one's this one, and this is going to be the solitaire. Play solitaire. Plain solitaire. Just solitaire. Solitary solitaire. Solitary solitaire. Did I spell that right? Typos are the worst. Okay. Copy and paste that in. Canvas. Wow, it's really thinking about this. Why is it weird? Okay. It's thinking about things that I don't necessarily think it needs to think about. Kind of a little concerning. We'll call this one the voxel forest, like autumn forest. Oh, fall. We'll call it fall forest. Fall forest. Run, forest, run. Okay. Go. Has it even started? It hasn't even started this first one. Okay, there we go. Solitary solitaire. There we go.
So did you say you weren't really impressed with Banana Pro?
Well, when I did it, did you see that infographic I made?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
That dude, like, okay, so even though it didn't do a perfect job, like I had to, like, I said, wait, first when I asked it to do it in Banana, it gave me an outline. It said, here's the Star Wars timeline. I'm like, yeah, but that's not an image. I'm like, and then it created this image, and I'm like, yeah, that's not what I want. And then I said infographic, and then it created this, which is just, I almost need to, like, bring it up full for people to appreciate this. Incredible detail. Everything. I'm like, no misspellings. That surprised me. There were a few issues I saw, like the episode 4 had the old Death Star, Darth Vader versus Darth Vader, and the Empire, which I suppose if you took one of the masks off, it'd be Luke without his mask on Dagobah. The ships in Rise of Skywalker are like the Falcon. So it wasn't perfect, but I was just like, oh my God. Like, so I had it, I iterated. I said, no, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. And it changed a couple of things that I needed it to change for the most part, like the Death Star and this thing, but it missed other things. And then ultimately, when I said, it went back to the original version. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't do this right, and you didn't do that right. And it wasn't keeping up with the edits. It wasn't a comprehensive change.
Well, sometimes what I'll do is I will take it out and start a new chat just so that it doesn't have those other things for reference. You know?
Yeah, and if I was doing something a little more deep with it, fine. But the bottom line with this is, it's just like, it's incredible. It is abso-freaking-lutely incredible how far I mean, just like, like, hands off. It did this. Like, you could ask it to do anything, and it'll, like, okay, you can even go meta, and I got to be careful with this. I don't want to burn through my credits here. Give me a second. Okay, that works. I've got to save it out here. This is me doing all the work that it takes. And unfortunately, I've got to do even more work because getting this uploaded to the website is a very challenging thing. It's very manual, which sucks. Okay, everything here seems to be working okay. Jack, 7876. I'm just testing it here real quick. I never actually played through a full game, so hopefully it works. One of these days I'll have to. But this isn't that I've not actually completed the solitaire game yet to see if it works.
So this is one that I did in Minecraft thing, but you've played the game Portal, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I made a Portal thing in a Minecraft version. So you can kind of see my guy moving here.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
I'll go through.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Same thing for
Minecraft
over
Portal.
here.
That's interesting. So, okay, here's a bug I ran into. I asked it to create the same thing I always do, and it thought about it, and then told me it created it, but it didn't actually create it. Now I went back and did it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Matheson? Well, that's what I'm looking to do. I don't know if I can do it on my own, because I think it's going to take a heavier lift, kind of like with what I was trying to do with Locker Gnome. But that's what I'd like to do, because I need a place for me to have an arcade where I'm not having to upload everything manually like I've been doing, because it's just a pain, quite honestly. Okay, content, design. Look at that.
I was also experimenting with putting like smaller blocks in. Make more detailed builds for people.
That's pretty cool. I like that idea of like mixing with the with Portal. This is great. Look at this. And yeah, so link 4. This works. Oh man.
I noticed when I'm making apps on here, it's making a different version for the mobile.
Really?
Because I didn't. Yeah.
I haven't tested these things on mobile, but I am curious to know, because I have had issues and I've had to go in and back and say, optimize it for mobile, optimize it for mobile.
Right,
so if I don't have to do that anymore.
I've had it happen multiple times where I didn't even know it was in the code. I didn't even ask for that, and then when I got on mobile, there was controls for mobile.
Oh, that's great. Now I am genuinely curious. Okay, LinkForge has now been vibe coded. But actually, okay, you should give the user make it such that user can't select in the app unless it's a field, of course. Set the theme to match the system theme, as in if they're in dark mode, then make the app dark mode automatically. Okay, I'm going to add these two features here. You need Google to merge a lightweight browser IDE with Jules. Well, isn't that kind of what they're doing with what is it? What's it called? What's the new Google IDE? We were just talking about.
Yeah, you said it earlier.
Oh god, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Amplify, Atmosphere, Automaton. The hell is its name? Anti-gravity. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And when I was looking at that, I was thinking of Jules, and I was like, isn't that basically the same thing?
It runs on the, because you're looking for something to run in the cloud. Got it. Here we go. React UI. I don't know, but see, it's not React UI. This is an HTML app. I mean, maybe it is using, I guess, look at that, MPKG React 18. So it's calling the JavaScript. There we go. Does this work? It works. This is my twirl world. My visualizer. I love playing. I mean, honestly, if I had all the time of the day, I'd just be making these shaders. They're just so much fun. Okay, now I don't know what to call that crystal wilderness. Maybe I do call it that. Rock candy something. Crystal candy. Crystal candy. There we go. Crystal candy. Name of this app. Oh, it automatically dark. It dark themed because I'm in dark mode. Design.
Have you tried out this visual layout?
What do you mean?
I haven't tried it yet. A new option in when you go to your your different things here.
No, I haven't, but it did hit my radar.
Okay.
Can we add more options for users? This is me vibe coding.
So I'm just gonna put in how to make a cherry pie. Let's see what it does.
So this is almost like the infographic-y thing. Yeah, anti-gravity is a fork of windsurf. And so I'm gonna wait on it. I'm interested for sure. Okay. Okay. Create all of those features. Oh, it did. Social icon row.
Here we go.
Onto our customizations. Layout alignment. Footer toggle. Link animation. This is it. I'm just saying, hey, add new features. Okay. Yeah, keep adding new features.
Okay, so this is, I guess, an example of what it's going to look like whenever you ask it something with this visual layout.
You're kind of cut off. It's not.
What's that?
Your screen view is like cut off.
Yep. Hold on.
That's okay. But I think I know what you're doing. I did something like it. Wait, visual layout. Oh, yeah. It's almost like a tutorial kind of thing. Yeah, now it's better.
So yeah, I just put in how to make a cherry pie, and this is what it pops up.
Oh my god.
So
Google is cooking. This is incredible. I mean, everything that you see happening here. Not to steal not Matheson, Tech Jeepers Thunder, but creating a link, a generator for pages, that kicks it up a notch. All right, so this is crystal candy. Let's see if it got better with descriptions.
I didn't expect that was an actual video. That was an actual video.
Oh, did it embed the video from like YouTube, or it made one? Yeah, okay, there we go. Interesting. Oh, that's fascinating, dude. New features added, preview, content, bio links, social icons, add icon. Mail, YouTube. Need to add way more social icons. And let's see here, how's design looking? Profile layout. Clean white. Streamline that. Cover effect, none. Lift.
I mean, and it looks nice too. I mean, really.
What you're doing?
The layout of this, yeah.
Yeah. Add even more features for people. I need to add that list of fonts too.
Yeah, I wonder if, like, let's say you make a big program and then like you wanted to change something simple in it. You go to fast just to change that one simple thing, and then
Yeah,
you
but
go
see,
back
I
to
worry about
slow.
at the same time. I worry about that because I've had, like I said, I had issues using fast, big time issues, like massive regressions. I'm like, I'm a
Yeah,
little
but
nervous.
like whatever you're trying to change though, was it something big or something small?
I can't honestly, I can't tell you. I'm just saying that it just wasn't. It wasn't worth it. Snow globe. Need to make sure the background is always seamless. Right now, there seems to be a dividing line at some point. The hamburger lines are not well balanced within the circle icon. Not centered. Okay, let's go to canvas. Oh, my girlfriend wanted me to. And I can't create video. Vertical video of a water stream close up of a water stream in nature. A close up vertical video of a water stream of water streaming creek in nature close up. Okay, let's see what it can do.
How much have you tested Nano Banana?
Not that, I mean, I played with it, but I not necessarily, unless I have a reason. Like I won't. I was like, okay, I need to have a reason to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, it's even got the verified badge. I need to have a reason. Give me a reason, you know, and then I'm like, okay, let me try it. So that way I know if it's a good, you know, good output.
Right.
Add more settings. Add more fonts. Add more themes. Way more social icons. Many. Okay, there's that. Here we go. So theoretically, I did that. Now I got to get it over to Gretchen. I can email it to her too. My thoughts on home robots are they're still a ways away. I mean, they're interesting, yes, but like I'm not the target. I'm absolutely not the target.
What is it?
Home robots.
Ah, gotcha.
Snow globe. This is a snow globe. This is the one I want to get up and online because I want to get it as up to Gemini was asking like, what have you vibe coded? I'm like, I'm gonna like show them something that's decent, you know, not just a throwaway. 20 new icons, 10 new fonts, 8 new themes, save icon support, button shadows, open a new tab. You see this, Matheson? It doesn't take that much to create the clone. This is just me saying, do this. Like, sure, why not? Make the publish button a bit more apparent. Okay, that's one feedback. For Link Forge, SEOing my snow globe, which is still falling. The snow is still falling. The glitter is still falling. I gotta do the cube too, don't I? This is okay. Give me a second. I gotta go grab my a Rubik's cube.
Not that one.
Okay, here we go. We'll make sure. Okay, orange, red, green, orange, blue, yellow. Okay, great. Here we go. We're gonna test my vibe coded Rubik's cube here. Hey, Alex. Task timing out. Really? I know I've definitely hit a few snags. You've seen some tonight. Huh. I'm not sure what, you know, I'm not a dev either. When you say timing out, what error are you running into an error in particular? Because Lord knows I've run into a few errors where it basically wipes out the entire canvas, and I have to tell it, you wiped out the entire canvas. It's absolutely maddening. I mean, it's entirely possible. Are you doing an SVG? What is that, Pixels?
This is this is Sam 3.
Oh, it's Sam 3. Wow. See, I've seen what it does, and I'm like, that's crazy. So, Alex, I kind of wonder. My belief is when it wipes out the canvas, it's like it's almost too much. We're throwing almost too much at it.
I just tell it to rewrite it all.
Well, I tell it, give it back. Like, yo, give it back. And it does. Ultimately, it does. Instead of massive multi-step tasks, do one thing. Yeah, I think one thing at a time is a good thing. File links, social icons. You know. You'll start a task, it'll time out. Weird. I've never had to tell it to. Well, no. A few minutes ago, if you weren't watching, I ran into that issue where I was telling it in the canvas to give me what I was looking for, and it didn't. And then I had to tell it, like, where did it go? You told me you did it, and you didn't. You clearly didn't do it.
That's crazy that it can do that. Look at that.
Give me a second. If I don't finish my task, then... Okay, so that's done. This seems to work okay. Shake globe. Bring into my settings. Okay, that works. Okay, it's a copy. I see the copy thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just generated that whole 3D object from me just...
I can't see the rest of the screen, what you got. Can you export that object? Like as an OBJ file?
So far I haven't been able to. I think it just does a video of it, but I would assume you'd be able to. I think maybe though that it creates a Gaussian splat of it rather than making an actual 3D model.
Oh, see, I'm curious to know. I'm if I want to be able to export a model.
Well, sure, yeah.
That's what makes me interested as a 3D printer.
Sure. It does say generated 3D model though, but how it's coming in, it looks more like a Gaussian splat.
So you don't really see, you really don't see. Hey King, yeah, just vibe coding some stuff.
So you see how this is coming in?
Hang on. Yeah. But you can't export anywhere. See if you can find a way to export. That I'm curious about.
I mean, every time I click on share, I don't think there is a download button on here. But now there might be if you downloaded the model yourself and used it.
Okay, give me a second. I am going to do my Rubik's Cube solver here. Or try at least. See if this works. There's that one. Then I go to blue. Green. Orange. Blue, blue, blue. Yellow, yellow. White. Green. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Red, red, red. White. Oops. White. Blue. Alright, gotta click that one. Okay. Did I get that right? Yep.
But see, that part is cool too, though. Is you can go and take a chair or something and make a 3D model of it and move it around your physical.
But that's what I'm saying. Can you export the model? If it's making the model, there's got to be a way to export. No? Keep digging, because there's got to be a way. Because if not, if there is a way of the future, it's that. Okay, that's it for that. That's that for this. Orange, red is boop, boop, and blue is boop, boop. Okay, now we're gonna see if this works. Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth. Solve cube. Start. Ready to solve. Okay. Okay, move it in that. Yep. 2. Okay. I'm looking. Making sure, yep. Everything's fine so far. This might have worked. Holy sh! If this works, this is something I could not get done. Far from a one-shot. Okay. Oh my God, this is not looking good because it's nowhere near solving it. But yeah, no. Yeah. It ran out of 25 solutions. This doesn't work. Okay, so
You see what I did?
No, I did not. What? A snow globe? Yeah.
It's not I mean, it's the one that you made.
Oh, did I link you?
No, I just took a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. And then it did it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy what it could do. You could even do that in Gemini. Try it in Gemini. Make this a real snow globe. Okay, this has been a limited. This has a limited amount of steps, which is a bad idea. It needs to have as many steps as it takes to get solid colors on all sides. This is a Rubik's Cube solver for people. So the ultimate goal of mapping colors and turning the cube is to fully solve it. The color area should not protrude from the base piece. Otherwise, you can accidentally color a piece you didn't intend. I got through 25 steps and wasn't even close to solving the cube.
There you go.
If the cube cannot be solved, this app is a failure. Okay, there we go. Canvas. Dang it. So close. But it locked me at 25 steps.
Gotcha.
I'm not using AI Studio. I just use Gemini. Me personally. Interesting. So this app, you're gonna love Matheson. You're gonna love this. So this link tree builder, what it does is it converts when you select an image in the app. The code takes that binary image file, instantly converts it into a long string of text. So when you click publish, the app doesn't save the link to the file on your computer. Instead, it takes that massive text string, pastes it directly into the source attribute of the HTML code. The image data is effectively baked into the HTML itself. Holy shit! Oh, that's crazy, dude. Okay, how big can this get? Let's see here. So I do that. Publish. How big is this? Next edit. Is it base? Yeah, oh my god. It's freaking huge. Hang on. How big is this? 6 meg! Oh my god, 6 megs is too big. Yeah. That's too big. A single image may take up 6 MB in space, which is crazy. Is there another way of doing it? I don't know if you could do SVG convert to, but I don't know if HTML can convert to SVG. Yeah, but SVG rendering or SVG generation, it has not worked well for me in the past.
Hey, did you see the snow globe it made? I
did you do the Gemini? Did you drag it? Yeah, I told you, try Gemini. Yeah, that's pretty. But see, that's a start. That's a start. In fact, you're giving me an idea. My snow globe here. Yeah, I do have shadows. Doesn't touch the sides. Could the trees be made far less blocky? As well. I'm iterating. Iterate. Cube.js library. Map 3D state to solver string. Solver requires pre-computing move tables. Monitor solver. Got an error here. What's my error? Dang it. But it looks good. The 6 megabyte encoded string inside is not. Yeah, okay. Resizing it. I've updated the code to include a smart compression engine that automatically resizes uploads using an HTML canvas before saving them.
Looks like it does it to a PLY.
What?
Gaussian
What?
splats. Yeah, Gaussian splats. A point-based.
So it doesn't. I just need I need an OBJ file will allow me to print.
Right. Oh yeah, I know. Or
Resized
STL.
Max 400. Picks. Backgrounds. Okay, let's see what happens now. Publish site. Yeah, that's much smaller. Oh man. Oh yeah, by far.
It said because I gave Gemini the site basically, and I asked it whether it exports in OBJ.
Yeah.
And yeah, it says open issue. There's currently an open issue on the official GitHub repository,
Oh.
issue 12, generation of STL OBJ
Yeah.
files, specifically
Yeah.
requesting this feature.
Because I guarantee, I look at that, I'm like, dude, how can I not export that? Like, that's the first question I have.
Well, it's because it's a Gaussian splat.
Well, but there's
they're made different.
It's out there. It's like, it's not even a question of, you know, whether or not it's.
But I mean, you could theoretically just take that picture and put it into your program you already make, you know, 3D models with.
Yeah, it's not. It's a different engine. So if
it is,
what,
yeah.
If what, because number one, it takes longer. Number two, if it's already got that object file, it's far less of a hassle to like. Otherwise, you're like having to re-export and stuff.
But I mean, you remember that file that I showed you before of the building, the 3D model?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was using a different architecture than what you're using there.
Image to STL. Oh, there we go. There's a converter. PLY to OBJ. So you can export a PLY file?
Yeah, it lets you export PLY, it looks like.
Send over a PLY file. Go do an object and send over a PLY. Because look at what the Maka just said. Image to STL.com has got a converter PLY to OBJ.
Gotcha.
Honestly, at that point, PLY to STL, I don't need it to be OBJ. I'm not looking for color.
But I mean,
right
now I think
yeah, that's nice.
I think the only way I'm gonna get that PLY file is by running it locally on the computer, and I haven't done that yet.
Okay, so it doesn't run it quote unquote in the cloud.
In the cloud, yeah, right.
Okay, so I fixed the issue of the file size being way too large. Settings icon, settings. Here icon is messed up, needs to be standard. Design icon should also be standard. Currently messed up. Custom background, theme, topography, Ubuntu. Show branding footer.
This music kind of gives me a Wii feeling.
A what feeling?
A Wii, Nintendo Wii.
Oh, Nintendo Wii, yeah. Keywords, page description, okay. Add more features, add more designs, add more fonts, way more fonts, way more designs. Verified badge. There we go. Now we're cooking. Trees are much smoother. Lighting position different. I still see a very blocky shadow that's incongruent with the trees above it. This is where I start running into my limits. Why are you thinking? There we go. Oh, could not upload. Here we go. Okay, trying this again. Cube AI. Here we go. White. No, we're gonna start green. Green. Where's green? Green. Green. White on top. Green with white on top. Orange. Red. Okay. Here we go again. Green. Yellow. Red. Don't know if I like that design as much. The light needs to bounce off the surface a little more. There we go. light needs to bounce off the surface with colors on it as well. The gap between the pieces should be much smaller. Okay, so this is green going to the orange side of the force. Yellow, red, green, white, white, blue, blue, white, white, green, yellow, orange, blue, yellow.
So yeah, I mean, imagine you had like a metal 3D printer, and then you'd be able to, you know, take a broken piece off of a machine that you're using or something, and
yeah,
model a piece.
that's the idea. If you have measurements, right, then you can figure it out. That's inconsequential. Yellow, white, all cube. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. Starting. It says 22 moves. We're gonna find out. There's that one. That one. If this solves it, dude. I'm feeling this one. I think we've got it. I think this is the solver. I think this is it. I think this is it. I think this is it. I built the Rubik's Cube solver. Oh my god. Holy cow, dude. Bam. Just like that. Solve the cube. I built the Rubik's Cube solver.
Not bad at all.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh my god, that is crazy. Yes, everything's great. Feel free to look over on my arcade to see what I've been building lately. The Vibe Coding Arcade, and of course, join the Discord server. Okay, now what do I need to do? I built the Rubik's Cube solver. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy. In a single HTML file. That's it. That's it. It solves the Rubik's Cube. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Light needs to bounce off the colors a little better. Can we do something with the background? Everything looks rather plain right now. What does the camera button do? Reset view. Okay, I see. So it resets the view. Deletes, clears. Solver engine versus 2.2. Size of the HTML file, it ain't that big. Let me go over to, in order to download the HTML, I created this instant HTML app. There's only 821 lines. This will be published to my arcade. 33K.
I've actually started asking it to just go and include a download button for me.
For what?
When it generates a HTML file or whatever, I'll just say include a download button for me at the bottom right or whatever, and it'll just.
In the file itself, though?
Right, exactly, yep.
Yeah, I don't want it in the file itself. There we go. Light needs to bounce off a certain color as well. Should be much smaller. Can we do something with the background? Everything looks rather plain right now. I want this to feel immersive. Resets the view. It's not even Cube AI. It's not even AI. It's so small, dude. So small. The file size is so tiny. Can you get it to work more than once? Oh, you mean the cube solver? I guess I can find out. Atmosphere, volumetric fog, particle field, reflective floor, localized spotlight, hydro tolerances. I'm going to send this to a guy I did a webinar with today who is solving a Rubik's Cube or trying to. Okay, so there's this. We're at high resolution. Increase the shadow map size. Great. Shadows are far too harsh. I'm tweaking the snow globe, not that I need to. But I gotta say, I mean, Gemini 3, apart from, like I said, running into the problem, like I can't actually, the guy from over on X, he accelerated no, that's on MakerDeck there. He's 500%. Where is it? He accelerated my, I get a lot of notifications on X. Trond, he's a product lead Google Labs. So he's not really, yeah, but he's not tied to Gemini. Because I need to report the bug. Like, in fact, I'm going to message it to AK from the Jules team. Then we'll see. Okay, see here. Fixed icons. Let's share. QR code doesn't make sense because you'd have to know where they're uploading the file. Also, the design icon is thicker than it should be, and the settings icon is still very bad. Yeah, the idea of a QR code, I like the idea, but you'd have to know where it was. And the light. The gap between pieces still needs to be lessened. Light a bit. The lighting seems to be weird. Illuminating pieces within the cube. Piece faces within the cube, not the surface.
Look what somebody did with Nano Banana Pro. The picture of Wednesday.
That's crazy. It's just incredible what these tools do these days. You're completely right. Generating a QR code for a file that hasn't been uploaded doesn't make sense. These icons. It's always barfed. Gemini has always barfed on icons. These SVG icons are just horrific. So I'm just going to tell it, don't use SVG for the icons. Okay, how are we doing over here? Still thinking. This is how I burn through my credits. I like do 3 things at once, you know? But I've done a few. Wait a minute, what's... Oh yeah, I gotta get those done. The shadows are still insanely sharp. Tighten gaps. There we go. Much better.
Check this out. So this is the prompt that I just gave it. Then a picture of a banana with text written on it. This is a test to see how much text can be written on a banana without spelling mistakes. Let's see how this goes. I mean, it did it perfectly.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, because before, like, no way in hell it would do.
The spelling they've nailed.
Now let's see if I go and make spelling mistakes in this and see if it'll write it on there. I'm just gonna start erasing different text, different letters.
Okay, I'm happy with Snow Globe. Did this work? Settings worked. Design icon did not. Perillo.com. Nah.
Wow. Yeah, it got it.
QR. Feature. Did it?
It got it. Those were the exact mistakes that I made.
Oh, hang on. Did you get a raid? Haxerbite. Hey, welcome. Sorry. Dude. Thank you, Haxerbite. Just vibe coding here tonight. We do this pretty much every Thursday. And I'm creating in Gemini, Google Gemini 3.0. I had done a Rubik's Cube solver. It did solve the first one, but we're testing it to see if it works again. There we go. So I'm trying new different backgrounds, and I'm not sure if I like this one either. Let's keep trying different background ideas with no floor. Just something that feels more immersive. Vibe coding. That's all we're doing. And then Matheson. So guess you're out. Are you gonna lose viewers? You're not. Yes. I have been interacting, but I've also been working. Did you have a question? Yes, I've been talking about the Rubik's Cube app that I've been building, so I'm not exactly sure what I missed. Just trying to get the background a little better. I'm not sure if I like what it's doing right now, and I don't have an idea of what I like it to be yet. But I will continue to iterate as one does with vibe coding. Tonight, I also did, I did a few things I can show you. No, Matheson, you're good. I was saying that you kind of the link forge idea. You've been chatting for 20 minutes. How have I not seen it? Really? First one I see is, are you making a Rubik's Cube app? When I was talking about the Rubik's Cube app. Very strange. And that was just a few minutes ago. Remove the share tab, fix settings icon. No, the settings icon is fine now. But the design icon was horrible. See, we're just getting into finishing touches here. Everything else has been done. Thank you for the follow, Haxerbite, and the raid. You've got to be a vibe coder yourself. Hey, no worries, dude. I know how it's like after a stream. What I've made tonight, or will be refining, I've got a solitaire game. This is a neomorphic solitaire. I've also got a fall forests walkthrough, falling leaves and everything. I've got a shader of sorts. Every time you hit refresh, it's a different visual, and then you can go in and you can change different features within it. Then I've got the Rubik's Cube solver, a rock candy garden of sorts. All of this is Gemini, and then the snow globe, which I've come back to a few times, but I think I'm satisfied with what it is and where it is now. So. At least for now. I may go in and tweak it, a bit more, but that's just the way it goes. Oh, I love this. This is like, it's got like dots in space.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Gaussian splats are.
What?
It's points of light. If that's what you're talking about on mine. I don't know if you're looking at the Rubik's Cube.
No. On the Rubik's Cube thing, it's just more of an immersive. It's just in outer space. That one's kind of, it's just fun. It's just, I like that immersive kind of idea. Okay, we're going to find out now. We had, Matheson asked if this was something that could be replicated. So we're going to try solving the Rubik's Cube again.
If what could be, if it solves it.
Yeah, if it solves it a second time. Theoretically, since it's using that library, it should. But we're going to make sure before going too much further here. I'm just painting my cube. It's a little tedious, but, what's the price? Can you put I would have killed for something like this. as a kid. Like once you've like got the Rubik's Cube's, you know, done, and like crap, I'm never gonna be able to have a complete cube again. I remember one time I was at a friend's house and he had what they call a pyramix, which was a pyramid kind of cube. Not cube is the wrong word for it, but the pyramid, or I guess it was more of a, yeah, it was a pyramid shape. And I solved it on accident. He's like, "What'd you do? How'd you do that? You cheated." I'm like, how cheat? This is like way pre-Google. Okay, so going up.
So weird, you know, how fast we get used to things, though. These things just didn't exist before.
Yeah. And I've used Rubik's Cube solvers on the web before, for sure. It was just more like, I'm curious. I'm curious to know, okay, it's almost too bright and I can't tell.
Well, I mean, more just like the whole vibe coding thing, you know, this wasn't really even a possibility, you know, a few years ago.
Yeah. Where's, okay, wait. There's white, orange. There's that. Now going to the bottom.
Yeah, I've been using these Gaussian splats to essentially as a as a video stage of sorts. So I take the angle that I want in the Gaussian splat, and then I'll go and take that image over to like Nano Banana and import my character there. And that way, when you go and put it through the video generator, your background stays consistent across different shots.
I screwed up. Okay, here we go. Running the second test. Between orange and yellow. Here we go. Solve cube. Okay, here we go. 20. We've got 20 moves. Start. Boop. And I like
it's just telling you how fast it can solve it, right?
What?
It's telling you how fast it can solve it? Like
no, it's telling me how many moves I have to make to effectively solve it. And
oh no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's telling you how many moves it's going to take.
Yeah.
To solve it.
Which is critical, right? Because otherwise you're like, wait, you know. Okay, there's that.
5,000 moves.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's even possible. My colors are off on this thing too.
Just solving it forever.
Yeah, boom, just like that. Second solve. Second solve. We have, this is what they have in bingo. Edit. What is edit? Okay, it puts you back into edit mode. Look at that. Unbelievable.
I wonder if that could really help people, like the people who really want to learn how to solve
learn the algorithm. I don't think so. I think an algorithm, you'd have to like, there are better services to master that.
Right.
Everyone who watched me solve a
maybe someone who's just starting out though.
I used to be able to do it. I solved it by accident. No, I've only solved the pyramix by accident. So the fact that it's happened twice is statistically significant. I want to make those colors less washed out. And then and
the other day you were talking about the Elgato Facecam Pro. That's what or the 4K version. That's what I ended up picking up, and this is what you're seeing through here. But it is only transmitting in 1080p right now because it's over StreamYard. But this is the 4K.
No, I am not lying. I solved the pyraminx by accident. I'll never forget it. High saturation. Remove film tone mapping. Desaturates. Balance lighting. Yeah, this cube solver. It's not cube.ai. Solver engine version 2.5.
Wonder. You gave me an idea, actually.
For what?
I will tell you in just a second. You will be able to see it in a second here.
Okay.
Let's see.
How did this work? Design is now a pin. Settings works. Support button. Add a floating buy me a coffee style button. Nice. Sensitive data, analytics, fave icon. Yeah, there we go. We got a link, a generator. Some of these themes are bad for example. Light font color over light button color, or dark font color over darker font button. This outline. You have some button colors coded. Rounded, soft, hard, and some not. Outline, ghost, shadow. Asking it to like give me its logic here. Just joined the stream, see a cube. You've been a cubist. 45 seconds since it first came out. In fact, I was just messing around with one of my cubes just before I joined the stream. That's hilarious. I built a solver. Basically, this is a Rubik's Cube solver. Because otherwise, I would never be able to solve these things. So, yeah. No. I need to build the solver. Centerpieces cannot be changed. No need to warn that centerpieces cannot be changed. Let me turn it. So it works. My solver works. Instructions. The cube starts gray. Select a color and tap the cube stickers to match your real cube. These 9 stickers each color. Use the gray color to clear mistakes. Solve. There we go. Done, done, and done. And my print is done as well. Someday my print will come. Trust me, dude. I solved the Pyraminx. I don't need to prove anything to an internet rando. There's one thing that will not keep me up tonight. All right, so this is a part of this. I'll end up giving this one away because I don't know if it matches the color scheme that I totally want, but it's not bad for no supports on this Palpatine. I ended up going with a brass color rather than the full gold. Just when I was looking it up, I was like, it's more of a brassy color to use. Now I've got to get the last bits in place, the gems. Or the light sources, I guess. I mean, they're both nice, don't get me wrong. But this Palpatine will definitely not be my definitive.
I still can't believe it wrote that so perfectly.
That's what I'm saying. They've nailed text, dude.
Like, all the mistakes that I made in it, everything.
Yep.
Perfect.
They've done text very, very well. Center interaction.
Yeah, I wonder how they go about fixing issues like that in these
Dude,
models.
well, it's Google, so go. We're good. Share, copy, instant HTML. Only 892 lines on this one. And now I always start it fresh if I've got to add the tags. It's just a little easier. What do I call this thing? Rubik's Cube Solver? Cube Solver. Oops. Cube Solver.
Need a project name generator.
Okay, here we go.
Give it a picture of your thing and just ask it for a name.
It's been doing this to me too. I've been getting like blank screens, and then it'll refresh when it's done. It'll be fine. I don't know why. That's on the other one here. I should, at this point, I should just print out the tool that I need to print out. But theme architecture overhaul. Things icon was reverted. You gotta watch these small things because it'll mess things up. The settings icon got messed up. Button, hover effect, everything works. Typography, a lot more. Permanent marker. Wait a minute. Why did permanent marker not? I guess that's the font. Permanent marker font doesn't seem to be working. Everything else I feel I've got pretty well come along here. Here's this, share, copy contents, cube solver. Not bad for single page applications. Unbelievable. See if we can fix these last two bugs before I get like booted out of the Pro for the day. Hey, Maker Viking, you know what I'm doing. Maker Viking's a fellow vibe coder. Did a Rubik's Cube solver, a visualizer. It's kind of fun. Every time you hit refresh, it's a different setting, and then you can go in and tweak individual settings. A neomorphic solitaire clone, a fall forest walkthrough, a crystal candy forest thing. This also has settings you can tweak. And then a snow globe that you can press it, shake it up, shake it up. Zoom in. Watch it glitter fall. Why? Yeah, I figured, but you're You've actually found some pretty good supporters in your community, mate. Like really good supporters. I'm not sure I have the same level of supporters in my community for these efforts, but what the hell? That is not what I wanted. I'm going to take the screw out because I don't think I need the screw. So I didn't need the screw the last time. Where's the... Oh, do I need one more? I need one more piece. So I guess I can go brass. Go brass. Okay, I guess I'll go brass. Tinker Atlas is one of his it's a project specifically for makers. The website. So Tinker, oh, hang on. I can type. DIY Maker. It's a community platform, right? So sharing projects, you know, finding out who's around you. I believe the whole thing was vibe coded. So I believe, which is pretty wild. Yeah, he summed it up better. Social network for makers. It's pretty cool, and he's got like, you know, I mean, he's gone in really deep with it. And he, like I said, he's got community support. That's the one thing I didn't get from for the locker gnome idea. All right, let me switch out to brass again. And I think we've covered a fair amount tonight. 7:56, yeah. 2 hours just flies by. All of these apps will be available on my arcade page as soon as I get them uploaded, now that everything's kind of been done. That's the solver. There we go. Link Forge unstuck. Settings back to normal. Matheson was talking about this. I'm like, yeah, just make the generator for the generator, basically.
Yeah, so this is a puzzle, essentially, that I was putting together. Like a jigsaw puzzle. So you upload your picture, and then you can...
That's one of the first apps I vibe coded was the jigsaw, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That was way early on. That was, what, March?
Yeah.
Dude, I can make a puzzle app. Dude, I can make a this app. Dude, I can make a that app.
Sure.
You know what? The funny thing is, I could probably revisit a lot of those other ones.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Improve, you know. I don't think. Oh, that's what I gotta do. I know what I have to do. Usually, I can like whip out a ton of prints, like instantaneously, but like then I get caught up in one print that's causing me problems, then it takes me longer than normal.
Right.
Come on. There you go. There you go. You know, I suppose any app that you can think of can be done. Dang, dude. Okay. Do that. Printing, or attempting to print. One more thing. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, we'll try brass here. You know what? Might as well just do it this way. Wait a second. Change. That's the thing, is the hardest part is just getting started with any of this stuff. Once you get started, once the ball's rolling, then you just go, right? So there we go. Link Forge is done. Not that I expected to do that tonight. Only, shut up. It's got to be. Wait, hang on. Over 1,000 lines, but it looks like my 100. It looks like it cut off at 100, but. All right, Link Forge. There's no wrong way of doing it.
It said, no, I can't go and do that because she's a famous person or whatever. And then I uploaded another picture
and then it was
something
fine.
completely different. And then it uploaded her into the picture.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw someone they mapped Predator into various like old sitcoms and whatnot. Yeah, I'm sure it gave them some issues, but they obviously got it to work.
Yeah, she just happened to be in the same context window. I was like, sure, why not? I'll do that.
Yeah, sometimes you have to like sweet talk it. Well, that's not actually the person you think it is. Oh.
Well, no, it's not. That's not what I did. I tried to go and put that shirt on her, and it said no, I can't do that with famous people or whatever. Then I uploaded a picture of a living room, trying to change the theme of the living room to a different theme, and it just put her inside it, wearing that shirt.
I gotta do the Vader pig. That'll be a good thing to do tonight. I'm looking for my Maker Deck overnight prints. I'm surprised I haven't hit my limit yet. I've got, well, this will be 7 apps to upload. 7 apps. Not bad. Bookshelf extenders. I wonder if someone else has done it and I'm violating something inadvertently.
How's the print coming?
Oh, I got most of it done, and then I've got to do I'm going to do some more brass for the top,
Okay.
which is somewhat different from the one that I'm going with, the ultimate one that this is the one that I'm using.
Right, yeah.
But I had printed other parts, and I absolutely hate when I printed something and it's not then I waste the pieces. So I'm printing the other pieces to complement, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, no. Yeah, see, the thing with 3D printing, though, is I want to make something that doesn't look like it was 3D printed.
Oh, no, see, I don't mind that it looks like it was 3D printed. That's funny.
And that's fine, and that's fine. It's fine that it was 3D printed, but I want to see if I can make something better.
Yeah.
Just to see if it's possible.
Nah. I've never had that. I always that's why I don't worry about color and stuff. Even when I do the Star Wars figures, I mean, I make them, they're nice, but and they work well for what I need. I know ultimately, when I do a monochromatic make, it just doesn't bother me. I know some people just color. Yeah, but I know it's 3D printed, so I don't need it to be. I don't need to be reminded that, or I don't need to make it look like I wasn't trying to make it look 3D printed. If that makes any amount of sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm kind of the opposite.
Right. Sure. I mean, but like I said, I don't mind 3D prints looking like they're 3D prints. I just I want to see if I'm capable of making it look like it was something that was professionally done.
Right.
Because I've seen people do that before with 3D prints, and they turn out really well.
Yeah, no, I mean, certainly. I don't know if I have the patience for that, but okay, did this work? Sarah, creator, digital artist, and tech enthusiast. Publish site. Sarah, creator. Unbelievable. Well, the link generator worked. Ish. And here is here's the code. Matheson, there's the code if you wanted to use it for anything. Verified badge. That is so funny. Take it.
I've also seen people make some interesting molds, and then they'll make it the actual mold, the negative of it, out of another material, which is harder. And then they'll use another material to make it out of something harder than that.
Yep, I've seen it. Oh man. See you, Maker Viking. Thanks for hanging briefly on this vibe Cody kind of night.
So you'd essentially go and, make the final product out of something like, metal or some shit.
Yeah. Ah. Man, I did a lot. I didn't run into my limit. I blasted through it last night, man. I blasted through it. I'm looking at It's an imperfect model, but it works. It would take that bookshelf thing that I made, would take why is that really? I guess it doesn't need any supports is what it says. No, dude, that's a massive overhang. I don't know what the F you're talking about. How does this not need supports? Oh, tree manual. There, that's why. I was like, dude, this has got to need supports. For the, I know what I'm looking at. I'm like, nah, it ain't right. Okay, that looks about right. The bookshelf makey thingy, the bookshelfer thing. No worries, mate. Happy to do this every week. I'm never gonna stop. Dude, it's just too much fun.